I'm not gonna wing it today. I lied. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Church starts at 9:30, so I thought I'd do my makeup. I am not awake. I'm not even gonna lie. I am still sleepy, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to, do my makeup before going to church. And yes, even though I'm going to church, it's still gonna be filled with color. So we're gonna be playing with some pinks and yellows, and yeah, let's get right into the video. I'm just gonna go into this Beauty Treats palette and go in with that pink shade all over my lid, like pack it. It's a nice pinky shade. I sometimes use it as blush. This is how powdery they are. Can you see as I am working, I've deposited a little bit of that pink powder like right there. To blend that pink shade out, I'm going to take the exact same brush and dip it into this red shade. Just around that shade, I'm just blending that in. Above that crease, I'm going in with that orangey shade, just a touch of it above that red shade that I just laid down. Going back with that clean brush, I'm just gonna blend around that shade to diffuse it a little bit. Yeah. I do feel like I cannot see that orange shade, but it's because I laid it on top of that deep red shade, so that's why I lost a little bit of that the orange, but that's okay. The final color that I'm gonna go in with is the yellow shade from the NYX palette. So I've blended that in, but I'm gonna blend that in some more with that NYX shade. I'm gonna go into this NYX Swear by It palette. I do swear by this palette. You've seen it a couple of times on my channel. I'm gonna reach into that shade right there to blend that in. This is a must-have for anyone who loves makeup. Going back into that initial pink shade, I'm gonna lay it down on my lid, all over my lid, intensify it some more. Gonna spritz it with some water, and water. Miguel said water. It's flowing like water. To intensify that orange shade, I'm gonna go into my I dropped this yesterday. You know what? I'm just gonna dump the excess. Like, this needs to come off. Alright. I'm gonna go into this palette here. This is a palette that I got on AliExpress. I'm gonna hit the lid, the crease with that shade. It's a matte burnt orange. Just gonna use the exact same brush and go into that crease. I'm gonna take this orangey pink shade here and I'm gonna lay it over the top of this pinky shade. I'm gonna take a flat brush, I think you can see, and I'm gonna go back to that original hot pink and just run it down my lash line. Just so my underneath of my lash line pops. Alrighty, I'm gonna crack into this Revlon Photo Ready primer. It's called a Perfecting Primer. Um, I've moisturized my face. Okay, let me shake this up a little bit. Just gonna take that and okay. I've been reaching for this foundation for so long. I'm actually just gonna not even talk about it. Like, this is what I'm putting on my face today. Got my beauty sponge and we're just gonna dot that in and blend. I'm not looking for super coverage. Who am I kidding? I just feel like one pump is not enough with this foundation. Like, one pump is not enough. One pump is only enough for one cheek, and we got a lot of space. I love this foundation. It wears all day. All day. It literally does. I've worn it for like 10 hours, 8 hours, and it still looks beautiful. I have oily skin, in case you didn't know, but I do prefer this one. The first time I wore it, I felt completely dry, which it's a weird feeling having oily skin and then putting on foundation, setting it, and then feeling dry. But I now put on a moisturizer, like a not an oily moisturizer, just a moisturizer on a thicker moisturizer layer to deal with that madness. When it's first on, not that it oxidizes, but when it's first put on, it like is super light. It almost looks like it's lighter than me, like a little bit too light on me. But as it settles into the skin, it doesn't oxidize. As it settles into the skin, it settles in so beautifully. It just like settles in well. Usually I apply like 3-4 pumps. Today we're gonna park it right here. I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Conceal, the yellow corrector. I'm gonna take that and highlight or under my eyes. Run it under my eyes. I'm gonna contour the outer perimeter of my face using the Makeup Revolution. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer in the shade C13. I'm just gonna use that to cream contour. I've complained a little bit before about the undertones of this concealer. I think they're a little bit salmony, which isn't my undertone. So, but I love the texture, the creaminess, the coverage. The texture, the creaminess, the coverage, super good. I'm going into the same beauty blender or beauty sponge and tapping it in. I like to let it dry out a little bit before I go in. Just letting it dry out a little bit underneath the eyes. It almost gives it even more coverage instead of like moving the liquid around. This super brightens my under eye. Uh-oh, is that too much concealer? Nope. I'm actually going to switch over to a brush. This is just a dense brush and just swirl it around on my forehead. Ooh, I like that. This brush sheds so much, but I love it. Like, if it wasn't for the shedding, it would be an amazing foundation brush. But hot damn. But you know what? This is one of the brushes that I got from AliExpress. It doesn't matter that it sheds. Every other brush works really well. So I'm like, it's a give and take. I'm gonna set underneath my eyes using the Fit Me Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. Actually, I might even do that all over my face. Beautiful, beautiful powder. Mattifies you, instantly mattifies you. Yeah. To snatch that contouring a little bit, I am going to take the RCMA No Color Powder. For some people, it doesn't leave a white cast, but I do find that it does leave a little bit of a white cast on me. So that's why I don't use it a lot to set my powders. And I've tried it a couple of times. I've tried it using it with a brush, light-handed, and it still does the business. You know, it still leaves such a white cast. I'm gonna go back into that Beauty Trees palette. I'm gonna contour using this brown shade right here. I'm gonna use a much more dense brush to just kick back that white RCMA powder. And it's not moving. Yeah. Which is why the reviews really, really surprise me, because it leaves such a terrible white cast. It's just unbelievable. Okay. I'm gonna go back into this Fit Me powder just to go over that RCMA powder, which is trying to mess with me, and just try buff out that white powder. Okay, I guess once I set it with setting powder, hopefully like it just dissipates and like gets out. Yeah, I'm looking ashy. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a much smaller brush, and I'm gonna take a smaller brush to blush up. Ooh, that is strong. Whew. Ooh, I'm even scared. I'm intimidated by this. Okay, I'm gonna swirl this brush in, take off the excess, tap off the excess, wipe a little bit off my back of my hand, and just slightly pat it on my face. Go into that shade, wipe it out the back of my hand, pat my face. I've recently started like connecting my blush with my contour, something that I'm enjoying doing, because I don't know, I just feel like it makes things a little bit better. Okay, that blush is too harsh. It's just too bright. It's too pink. I'm gonna go into this palette, use that pink shade as my blush. Yeah. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. I'm gonna take a bigger, fluffy brush and just blend that in. Diffuse that, I mean. Starting to look like a doll. That was not the point. And also, I'm gonna take that brush which I used with the powder, the Fit Me powder, just press that in to diffuse that a little bit. Alrighty, I'm hoping this will like die down or dial down once I have on a little bit of the setting spray. Small nose contour. Nothing too intense. Yeah, nothing to even talk about. um, cool. I'm gonna set my face before I put on highlighter just so it pops a little bit more. I ran out of my instant matte setting spray, so what I did was I took this bottle and over here, this is the witch hazel and rose water, and I done no, I apologize. I used this rose water. I bought this for like 8 rand. Had it for so long. Yeah, it's rose water. Ingredients are rose essence and water. Yeah, and I literally just dumped that in here. Yeah, this is what I used. Dumped it in here. Using the spray bottle as my setting spray. So yeah, I'm just gonna spray my face and then use highlighter. Whew, that was a lot. I'm just gonna dry it down with my mirror. Then it's my favorite time ever. Highlighter. I'm gonna go into this e.l.f. Apricot Glow highlighter. It's very subtle. Well, it starts off looking a little bit subtle, and then in the sun it literally really glows up. So I'm just gonna highlight the high points of my face. Yeah. Fan brushes are weird brushes, I won't lie. I don't get them. But yeah, there we go. Gonna hit the high points of my forehead. Gotta glow this big forehead, darling. In my Edna voice. But I just can't help but layer it on and on and on and on. Gonna put a little bit on my nose, which always turns out to a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna attack my Cupid's bow with highlighter with a much denser brush. And we're almost at the finales. I'm gonna take a combination of these two lipsticks. This is a Rimmel London lipstick, which is super cheeky pink, hot pink. And I'm gonna take this Essence matte lip, and which is a much darker lip. So I'm gonna just go around and then hit the center of my lip using this Rimmel London. I'm gonna create like a mini wing or line my eyelids and put on mascara, and we will be done. This took hella long. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna wing it today. I lied. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final look. This is the final look. It did take a little bit long, but it turned out really great. I'm loving it. What do you guys think of this look? I'm loving the colors. There are a little bit of the mistakes with the mascara. It did mess me up a little bit, but nonetheless, it's a very good mascara. And yeah, I gotta go, and I will do a check-in in natural lighting either now or in a couple of hours. Alrighty, see ya. Out. Yes, absolutely. This color was inspired by my shirt, my very vintage shirt that I got for like 12 rand at a vintage shop. always keep a cloth on my on my lap whenever I do my makeup, just to like rub my brushes against it and whatever. It's so dirty right now. I cannot, for the love of God, show it to you. I'll just show you a little peek. This is what it is. It's an ex-boyfriend's t-shirt. Okay. Comment down below if you know someone with dry lips or have kissed someone with dry lips. It's just a shame because it's really smooth, but I'm just gonna do that to like cover up my cheeks, and yeah, but it does leave like a white cast. I think you can see, like, I guess I'll be the first one to comment then because I have super dry lips.